Romans, give me sight beyond sight. Beyond sight. Beyond sight.
What's up? It's another episode of Sight Beyond Sight. Today we're talking about the NXT, or what was the pay-per-view called?
Revolution.
I just want to say that I didn't see it. He's the one who saw it, so I'm gonna throw it at him, get his honest review on all the matches. I got the card on my phone, so I'm gonna go match by match, except for the fucking Rhino Thunder Rosa and the Casino tag team.
Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker are the two main ones, but it was good. But at the end of the day, Thunder Rosa is the best wrestler out of that group, and honestly, probably the best looking one. But that's just me being me. But
and is honestly, Rhino the Rhino?
No, that's Rio.
Oh, Rio. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm sorry. When we're talking about other shit, I'm the expert. Wrestling is him. Just to let everybody know. So
it's a
anyway,
very weird breakdown of the names because it's Japanese. Yeah. So that's what that was. We're gonna skip that. We're gonna skip the battle royal. If you didn't see where Evil Uno ran across the apron on the outside to sell the Hurricane Rana for Marco's stunt. And I know AEW fans are gonna overly try to fight me, which is easy because I know what AEW fans look like.
Fight them.
I'm not scared.
Fight them.
Fight me because honestly, I'll beat your asses. That match was overly drawn. Like AEW has an obsession with tag team matches and Royal Rumbles type of things. AKA Battle Royal type of concepts.
Can I tell you about the little I seen? Because when I
you can talk
about
the little bit that I seen.
The first thing I got, because I think it was the Casino Royal probably won, but I was just like, this is the thing that people that are watching this, when you look at us, he doesn't like AEW, as you could tell. And
it's not that I don't like AEW. I'm just not a super. Listen, there are diehard fans out there that I could say, oh, this was good about AEW, but I don't like this. And you want to fucking try to fight me. And at this point where I'm at, like, as a person who wasn't really into the wrestling internet community that's out there, I never realized how crazy you people are.
Yeah.
And it's the same shit with WWE. There are crazy people about that. But I have no problem saying what's bad and what's good about anything. I just enjoy wrestling.
Yeah, but
I try to keep it honest.
But you do make a point, because the first thing, as soon as I started watching, I saw it was like, is this the Royal Rumble that they're trying to redo? Like, my whole thing is, when I first saw AEW, I was like, yo, they're doing a good thing. Like, I like the underdog. I like them challenging the guy who has a monopoly over wrestling, basically. So I was like, all right, give him a chance. But then you're totally right when you say to me, like, yo, they're doing nothing but taking old WWE wrestlers and making them their heroes, instead of what they should have done is take the underground people, build them up, and make it interesting and make it new.
Yes.
And like I'm not trying to cut you off, because I know you're going to be talking a lot. I'm just trying to say, like, when he does make a point, every time I see AEW, sorry, not NXT, that's totally not what I'm trying to say.
Different. I'm gonna talk NXT tomorrow. Trust me, I can't wait for the main event.
So my whole point is, like, like when you come out of the gates, and I'm talking about AEW, you came out of the gates with that FU WWE concept, but you're doing everything like them. Now you're doing a Royal Rumble like them, and like you said, you're constantly doing super kicks and tag team matches with the same tag teams, and you're bringing in old WWE people, which once in a while I could understand. Like, yeah, fuck it, like WWE is not using them, bring them in as a pop. But why don't you bring in an indie guy that's big and build them up to be a new?
And I will explain that.
And later. That's what NXT does
I'm
very well.
Explain that a little bit later. But this is one of the things that I would say, like, just to clean up what my friend was saying here, is that it's a joke where honestly, your Dynamite shows, now apparently your pay-per-views. How many fucking battle royals are you gonna have?
Mhm.
How many tag team matches you gonna have? And I know y'all have your heavy tag team division, and I understand that. And I know I'm coming off hating. And I honestly, I think you have some good ones. And I think you could really push a tag team division. But at the same time, when I get to this match, where I'm gonna bring it up, where you kind of failed, and it's because of who's the VPs. You know why it failed? That's the issue that I'm having.
Mhm.
And it's because you're such a fanboy, and because of the fact that you are so, I have to hate WWE, WWF, whatever you want to fucking call it, because y'all felt like y'all got saturated or fucking drowned with
Mhm.
a certain superstar, or forced to like a certain superstar.
Which is true.
That is like, no, it is true.
Yeah.
But the thing is that these fans, they turn around and they feel like, oh, because we got force fed,
Mhm.
we're just gonna let them force feed us now.
Yeah. No,
And
but
that's what the issue
but
is.
you're totally right.
You're
that-
letting other people force feed you, but you're doing it blindly.
Yes. And
And that's what
you're a
angers me.
hypocrite. Like the
Yes.
way I look at it is like
Yes.
you're a hypocrite. Because again, I try to give it a chance. And it was just kind of like, yo, every time I went on the TV, I seen the same motherfuckers. And even now, it's just like, yo, I'm seeing the same thing. It's this person and Jericho and the Young
Mhm.
Bucks and the Lucha Brothers, and it's like it's a
It's
constant.
always you know who's
same
gonna
people.
win when you see them in
Yeah.
that match.
And it's
Yes.
just kind of like, yo, if you're trying to be different, you should be doing something. And I would have praised it, and I would have fought him over it. Was if you're gonna give the FU to WWE, I'm fine with that. But when you do the exact same shit that WWE is doing, you're becoming a hypocrite, especially if you're a super fan, like he's saying that he argues with, because he's the guy on Twitter that argues it. It's kind of silly. Like you can't step back and be like, yo, I'm not a super fan, or F you, because he's talking shit about AEW.
No, it's just
But
honestly,
he will admit
I argue,
WWE does wrong.
they,
Like
I always admit WWE does wrong. I love WWE. Yes, I've always been from WCW era. Yes, I've always been there. But I wanted to watch AEW succeed.
mhm.
I watched Double or Nothing original first pay-per-view with him.
Yep.
We watched it. We loved the Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes match.
Yep.
Probably the best match in history of AEW.
Yes.
To be honest.
I like seeing the guy with no legs
And
and
yeah,
that weird Royal
and that
Rumble
was
they
in
had.
their battle royal that they had for that pay-per-view. Which they'll probably have another battle royal, honestly, for that pay-per-view. Because they're fucking obsessed with doing the same
Battle
shit
royals,
WWE does. But you're too fucking stupid to understand it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
So
Super fan.
I'll get to this point where I'll say, like, and I'm gonna talk about the Casino Royale.
Oh, okay.
And that is the tag team Casino Royale,
Yeah.
which was overdrawn,
That's what I saw. Yeah.
overdid, where we had, Luchasaurus and
Mhm.
Jungle Boy, you had Pac and Ray Phoenix.
The Lucha
I'm just saying, like,
Brothers.
the varsity Blondes, who's another great tag team who you could use, which I'm a Brian Pillman fan, and I'm going to break down Dark Side of the Ring when it happens, because I really do enjoy that type of shit. And Brian Pillman's son is part of the Varsity Blondes.
Okay.
There's a lot of things. They had a lot of great tag teams, and they did certain things that stood out.
Yeah.
But what killed it was the fact that it was the obvious.
Yep.
Once you seen Pac and Phoenix come into the ring,
Mm.
you knew that those were going to be the two top two. You had, I think it was Varsity Blondes, and I can't remember who was the last person in the ring with him, with Ray Phoenix. I know it was there in my head because I remember the spot that they did. But basically, what I'm trying to get at, and this is what kills me, what I'm trying to get at is, I'm going to be honest with you, for the fans. Listen, if you really think that Pentagon is going to one day become a singles champion and, he's gonna be the main guy in the company. No, have you not realized that they're pulling WWE shit in front of your fucking face.
And then you're saying that they're better.
Yes.
You can't do that. Like, to
Pentagon
be honest.
doesn't speak.
Mm.
Pentagon is one of the best luchadors right now.
Yeah, that's the guy with the dragon mask, right?
No, he's the one at the Cero Milero shit.
Yeah, but then he come in.
Well, he probably did have a dragon mask at a point.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying yesterday, the other day.
Maybe he did. I don't remember. But basically, he's one of the best luchadors that they have. And he couldn't win what we're going to talk about in a few minutes, a ladder match. Which, don't get me wrong, who won, I'm not mad at.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
yeah, that was surprising.
They
with
kept
that Sonic ring.
Yeah, and I'm gonna address that. they get into this whole aspect of, like, I get it. Like, listen, one Pac, Neville, whatever you want to call him, with Ray Phoenix, I love him. If you really in your mind think that they're gonna go over on the Young Bucks, when we're gonna get to this next match after this, the Young Bucks match, you're fucking stupid. So I'm gonna get real quick with it. Ray Phoenix and Pac win. I can't remember who they eliminated last. I think it was Jungle. Yeah, it was Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy was the last person to get eliminated, which would have been smarter to have Jungle Boy win it, to go with Luchasaurus, who is the more of a fan of a casual fan, like my friend here,
Yes.
who's a casual fan,
Yes.
and sees certain people that is like,
That's
oh,
great.
I like that little thing, da da da.
I like the gimmick. Yep.
But you know what? No, we're gonna go with the fan favorite because that's what you guys do, because that's what WWE does, and that's what makes sense.
Yeah, and I gotta say, seeing Luchasaurus, it really made me upset because he was not moving. Like,
no, Luchasaurus is overrated, honestly.
Well, I felt like after he got injured, like, I felt like when we first saw him, it was like, this big motherfucker's doing flips because he's a gymnast, and oh, that's awesome. And then once he got injured, it was just like, when I watched him in the Royal Rumble shit, yo, he did not move. He was stiff as fuck. Like, if he just like looked behind him and moved slowly to turn around, I was just like, yo, this motherfucker's done. And I felt bad because I was like, again, casual fan, I like gimmicks. Well, when we get into our wrestling character breakdown and all that stuff,
we're gonna have a breakdown of that, yeah.
But it's entertainment to me, so I was like, yes, I like gimmicks. And I was like, yo, the big guy that could flip like he used to be able to before he got injured, I was like, yo, that's fucking awesome to see. I like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Listen, it's not bad. Like, and he's not Kane to
he's not
Big Show.
Yeah, he's not
size.
Yeah,
you know? So it's okay for him to do that.
Yeah,
I like Luchasaurus. One, Jason, whatever the fuck is name, I think it's Jason Perry's son, Jungle Brother.
Yeah,
or Jungle
Boy.
Yeah,
Jungle
Boy. Yeah, brother. Jungle Boy as him, great. He's gonna be great.
Yeah. And that's a good team up because you got a really tall guy versus with a short guy.
They're not technically really pushing them. They're only pushing them with y'all believe.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get to this point, and this is what upset me. Is Jericho, Y2J, Demo God, whatever the fuck y'all losers want to call him. One, I'm a Jericho fan, so I'm gonna say this to you fucking losers. Because you fucking just feed whatever the fuck y'all want to be fed.
Yeah.
And MJF, who I think is a good fucking heel, but yes, to be a good heel at the same time is, imagine having restrictions like in being in WWE and not being able to curse and not being able to do attitude era shit. Could you still be a good heel?
Could you?
And then we went against the fake Hardys, the fake Edge and Christians, aka the Young Bucks. Yes, the guys who can't throw a punch for shit, but apparently people could sit there and get super kicked. I would never in my life would believe, and I'm just gonna point out something that happened the Wednesday before this pay-per-view. If I ever got into a fight with somebody at a bar and I just watched them do 2 step backs and a super kick, once I block that shit and punch him in his fucking face,
Mm.
you're gonna realize, oh, a super kick is fucking bullshit. Because
Super
dumb
kick is
niggas
bullshit,
suck off
sucker.
Shawn Michaels and his fucking super kick. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of watching this super kick party, this whole shit. And I know it's supposed to be for fun,
Mhm.
but it's not fun because I want it to be a semi-believable.
Mhm.
So we got the match. It's a solid match. It's a good match. MJF does what he got to do because you know what they're trying to build to is MJF kicking Jericho out of the shittiest version of NWO.
Okay.
You're in the circle. That's what's gonna happen on Wednesday. That's
Mhm.
gonna happen technically tomorrow because tonight it's Tuesday night.
Yes.
So tomorrow, when you see MJF turn on Jericho with fucking what is it? Powered and Proud, which is the stupidest name for 2 Puerto Ricans. Okay, understand that? You have 2 of the best Puerto Rican fucking wrestlers out there,
Shit.
and you make them fucking jokes.
Mm.
Yeah, he's gonna turn on Jericho tomorrow, and there's gonna be a whole new inner circle. That inner circle shit has been a joke from the beginning when it first fucking started. But we're gonna have that match, right? Not match, but we're gonna go into the match
Okay.
where
Well, did you want me to do it in order? The Miro, Kip, Sebastian?
well, technically the Miro Kip Sebastian will be after
Okay.
what I'm speaking about right now.
All right, cool.
So that match honestly was good, solid match and everything. But AEW fans out there, you're gonna even admit you wanted to see MJF and Jericho win this match. Why? Because that was a tag team that would have been a better heel tag team to go over.
Mm-hmm.
To watch the Young Bucks, quote unquote, the elites, because apparently they're elite, go over is fucking stupid. But you people are so sucking them off that you don't fucking understand that the title should have left them. If it would have went to the inner circle, it would have went to Jericho and MJF, where you have one of the best, actually, honestly, 2 of the best promo that you could cut and to sell matches with Jericho and MJF. You would have been fucking happy. You would have been great. And that would have been a great way after they lost the titles to break up the inner circle. Because then MJF could have blamed Jericho for losing the titles.
Yeah.
But y'all are too stupid and y'all just want to be elite, be elite, and do your little fucking things. And it's so fucking y'all just stupid.
Yeah.
Y'all literally are stupid. I try to watch a little elite YouTube show and watch dick jokes and all of that shit and a little bit more than I'm gonna get into.
Okay.
But honestly, that tag team should have lost. The Bucks had a typical Bucks match where at a point in time where everybody goes, Nick Jackson had his hot spot and he's doing certain spots and da. I'll put it to you like this. Rewatch it as I'm speaking this. And I know you're probably going to hate me as I speak this.
Hate him.
Watch how MJF gets up and grabs the top rope going to hard camera. And he's just sitting there like this, waiting for Nick Jackson to do his extra shit and then come around and do this. I said this on Twitter. One of the main reasons why I hate AEW is because I could sit there and be like, oh, he's just setting up for a high spot. He's setting up for something that looks cool.
Yeah.
You know what's annoying is like, listen, we watch wrestling as fans and we know tope suicidas or suicide dives or fucking moonsaults and all of that shit. But the part that irks me, and this is one of the things that fucking these losers argue with me about on fucking Twitter, where they be like, oh, the Bucks don't ever botch. You know what it is? It's that little moment where it's like, we're friends, and we're holding each other. And then you take the suicide dive or the moonsault. You like, you're literally selling the spot
Mm-hmm.
right there, like where you could tell where it's like we're trying to catch our buddy to make sure he doesn't get hurt.
Oh yeah, I hate that shit.
That shit is annoying. I hate that. Young Bucks, you would be good if you create a new gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Stop stealing from the fucking classics. I get that we're fans. Listen, I grew up. My tag teams technically would be Edge, the Hardys, Dudleys. That is our era. That is our age group
Yeah,
where we really watch. But how about you not steal from them?
yeah.
How about being original?
See, and I think on the side of that, it's kind
Mhm.
of like the people who run the company are basically Young Bucks, Cody, and well, I don't
It's
think
Young
Cody.
Bucks, Cody, Kenny Omega, and then Tony Khan, who I'm going to go into very quick.
Okay,
Mhm.
but my point is this, right? When you own the company, I don't mind at first, like, yeah, you guys got the titles, you're the big shots, you're the thing. But I would think, and I've never been a wrestler, so I'm speaking up my ass right now. But what my point is, wouldn't you think, like, hey, let's bring up the other motherfuckers because I didn't have a shot?
They
You know
would
what I'm
never do that.
saying?
No, because
And it's
they
just like,
never
no,
had their shot
you
in their head.
every time I look at
Yeah.
it, and this is where I'm saying, like, I wanted to be an AEW fan. I love the underdog. When I first watched the first pay-per-view, I loved it. But every time I see it, and he makes great points, and it was just like, yo, it's the same matches. It's these people versus these people. Is this for this? It's the same thing that I hated about WWE
Mhm.
that AEW is doing, but is doing it worse.
And
And I'm just saying, like, if I own the company, I should have enough clout in my head to be like, all right, now I'm gonna help the people under me out,
nobody makes
and I
that,
could still wrestle
yeah,
and do what I want to
but
do.
what makes it a true fact is the fact that, listen, what happened at the Casino Royale to the tag team match. You know what the match you're having on Wednesday, like tomorrow, you're having Ray Phoenix versus fucking Nick Jackson again, and I'm saying it again naturally. We've seen the Lucha Bros fight the Hardys. I mean, wow.
Yeah,
The Bucks.
But they try to be Hardy Boys.
Yeah, like we've seen this already.
Like,
and you're
dude,
doing it
we literally
again.
seen it the first pay-per-view on.
If you would have let the
Let it
Varsity
go.
Blondes win, and it would have been, let's say, Nick Jackson versus Brian Pillman's son,
Yeah,
cool, something different. But you're so dependent on beating NXT,
yeah,
which is a better wrestling show.
it really is. It's the best, I'll say, out of all of them.
But you got your fan base, and you know what? Fan base is what a fan base is.
Yeah,
So I understand it. But the thing is that you don't change up shit. Like I'm not gonna even say what I want to say yet because I'm gonna get to the main event in a little while, and I'm gonna go deep dive into that shit. But right now we're gonna go into the next match.
all right. So it'll be Miro and Kip Sabian versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck,
which was an interesting match because of the fact that they started the match off with a promo where it wasn't Kip Sabian, it was the stupid nigga with Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy, I like
the loser nigga.
Oh, Chuck? I
Yeah.
don't know who Chuck is, but I like Orange.
Basically, he's one half of the best friends.
Okay.
Basically, he gets attacked backstage. They do the whole thing because it was apparently, which is AEW's fucking forte. You might as well just call yourself fucking ECW because half of your fucking matches don't have no rules. Honestly, like when the fuck are y'all gonna actually have legit rules and more than fucking 5% of your matches? Because every match starts off like your referees can't even fucking do a 10 count. This is the shit that pisses me off. So they jump him backstage. They beat him up. Orange Cassidy gets jumped as well. Miro and Kip Sapien, who's not important. Only reason he's important is because of Penelope Cruz, which is, if you looked at Penelope, you're going to understand why he's important. So they have this shit. They build it up. You go into the ring. Chuck Taylor, whatever the fuck his fucking name is.
Chuck Taylor's great.
He's gonna beat up
That's what his name is Chuck Taylor.
some shit like
That's
that.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Only because it's a fucking
This
Converse.
is shoes, yeah. He's getting beat up. Miro fucking. The one good thing that came out of this match was Miro. That they dead ass made him look like Rusev again.
Okay. Oh, that's who Mero is.
Yeah.
Rusev? Okay.
He looked dominant. It looked believable. But then who comes? Your cheesy pop guy. The guy who puts his hands in his pockets and is a kick ass.
Hey, listen. Orange Cassidy. Is
I do
awesome.
Superman punches and
Orange Cassidy is awesome.
No,
Yeah.
I like Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
But the reason why I like this match is because honestly, no, and I'm talking shit. It was a good match. It told a decent story. But
you can give them props when they need it.
no, it was
Just let
decent. It was a decent
yeah.
story. The thing, I there's still more to the story that could happen,
Yeah.
but they haven't finished it. I think Orange Cassidy's hot tag and hot spots that he came in with were good.
Mm-hmm.
I think what was the best part of it was that Miro didn't sell shit. And Miro did his fucking, the Rusev crush and ended up winning the match. And it was good because in AEW, when you have 20 fucking tag teams,
Yeah.
start making tag teams look important.
Yeah.
And Kip Sabian and Miro should be an important looking tag team.
Mm.
That's pretty much all you could really break down of it. It is a fun match, and it's for the fanboys. You get your little spot where he goes, hey, and he puts his hand in the pot. We get all of that.
I like that. I'm a mark for the gimmicks because again, I see the entertainment.
We get all of that, but at the end of the day, Miro, Rusev, whatever you want to call him, he had to win and had to do what he had to do. But besides that, fuck that. That's nice.
All right. So ladder match: Cody Rhodes versus Scorpio Sky versus Penta El Zero.
Pentagon
versus Lance Archer versus Max Catcher versus TBD. Is that what you're talking about before? I feel like you did.
Max Catcher TBD.
Because you're talking about the fucking Pentagon guy.
No, that was Pentagon. Because the thing is, Ethan Page, he's in there, right?
It says no. Ethan Page's not it. It's Cody.
Well,
Scorpio,
Ethan Page is supposed to be. He's
Max.
He's the surprise person in there. Where once again, you could call me a WWE mark. Fuck you. You probably listen to Sam Roberts. So
we're going after you, Sam.
So at the end of the day, if you can listen to Sam, you can listen to me. Ethan Page is a great great wrestler. Did a stupid gimmick to get out of his Impact fucking contract. He fought Karate Man, which was AKA himself. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But he ended up being the surprise guy in the 6-man ladder match.
Karate Man.
Which was a great fucking ladder match, honestly. Cody Rhodes did great spots. Pentagon doing the package power driver was great. Lance Archer not ever selling being the big man is great for you guys because apparently Lance Archer being the biggest fucking person in that match can't sell shit.
Oh, shit.
It took fucking... He has Jake the Snake coming in and saving him at a certain point in that
that's
match.
the guy? Yeah.
Yeah. And still, it's like, you
Jake.
are the biggest guy in that match. Kane would have not did that. Taker would have never did that. Anybody almost 7 foot tall would not be getting beat up by these little ass people.
Facts.
But Lance Archer, you get beat up by little ass people, and everybody was expecting you to run up a ladder and do a flip outside the ring. Yeah, I know that spot. I seen that spot. Y'all little fucking marks got hyped for that spot. Listen, Lance Archer, I like him. I think he could be great. But y'all keep
pushing him down.
Cookie cuttering him and making him fucking basic. But he has a fucking GOAT with him. He has fucking Jake with him. And the only time that y'all fucking sold him and made him great was when he fucking had the beef with Cody. That was the only time Jake and him looked fucking believable. Since then, they've been fucking jokes. It's annoying.
Dude, you can't make like Jake look like a joke. Man.
They look like jokes.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
Pentagon was doing what he's doing. almost made him feel like he was gonna win the match.
Yeah.
Scorpio Sky ended up winning. I'm gonna just say that because honestly, it was great because it was the out of the blue black guy winning the match.
I thought Pentagon won.
No, Pentagon and Scorpio won.
Okay.
It was cool that he won and everything. I don't give a shit about that. But basically, Cody did great. Pentagon did great. Scorpion did great. That it was a solid match. Like, listen, ladder match wise, good match.
Mhm.
Didn't mind it. I'm not gonna say and try to shit on it because it was a good ladder match. I hate the way they did Lance Archer because Lance Archer is supposed to be a big brute, and he really wasn't in the match. But I'm gonna point out this, and I just want to say this because I gotta get this off my chest. If you are a AEW fucking mark and you haven't gotten out of the fact of having WWE's dick in your mouth, you're a fucking dick sucker.
Ooh. You have it
Honestly.
in your mouth. You didn't get it out. You have it in your mouth at the moment.
Of that brass ring and that ladder match and not fucking
Look like a Sonic.
insinuate the fact that the brass ring Vince McMahon talk.
Yeah.
And y'all just hear like, oh, that was great. Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Ha ha ha. You're a fucking loser.
Yeah. It's about time. Like, I could understand the first pay-per-view when you do the smashing of the chair.
Yeah, like you're a fucking loser.
Like, if you're constantly going, we get it.
Every chance you get, you take a shot
You
at
take
WWE.
a shot. Yeah. It's kind of like they're not in competition with you.
WWE doesn't even do it weekly.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing that bugs me too. I think the first pay-per-view when he smashed the chair as a fuck you to Triple H, fine. Because that's coming out of the gates like, yeah, fuck you, we're the new people. When you do it all the fucking time.
Which was cool.
Yeah, when you do it all the fucking time, it's like now you're trying because they don't even put you on the shows.
Every chance they
don't care about you. They're looking at you like the fucking pipsqueaks that you're gonna make yourself.
That's how they act like.
Yeah.
Like you act like I put it like this. And when I was in high school, the nigga with the wheels on your book bag, I kicked that shit. That's who you are.
What an asshole.
You're that fucking loser that was rolling with your little book bag.
Why?
Because you didn't have no fucking friends in school.
Why do I gotta be a loser? I have friends.
You was a fucking loser.
I like the rolly shit. I never had it. I was too poor to get that. But
very loser.
My point is, I always wanted one because I was like, yo, fuck, why am I gonna make myself a hunchback? But anyway, that's off the point. We're gonna talk about the next match. And that is with Adam Page versus Matt Hardy, the big money match.
Big money match. Honestly, the only thing I could say negative about that match is the little bit that they over, which is, and it's an AEW thing, and I'm just going to accept it. They gotta be outside the ring. They have to have an outside the ring spot. So this nigga, fucking Adam Page, is climbing upstairs and he climbs on the railings and he does his little spot that he does. It's pretty much a solid match besides the whole, we got to do extra shit outside the ring to make it look cool. Like one day a ref's going to learn how to count to fucking 10.
One day.
Like you're fucking losers. All right.
So who do you think should have won that match?
No, Paige should have won. Paige is supposed to be since the birth of the company.
That's the guy who does like he's trained.
That's
mostly.
Mr. Cowboy Page.
That's the one who does. He also does a super kick.
No, he's the alcoholic.
Oh, the Hangman, yeah, the rodeo guy.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
I'm thinking of the other guy that looks like Shawn Michaels.
He's been hyped for 2 years that he's gonna be the next guy. Technically, he's probably gonna beat Omega before Moxley does, but I'll get into that later.
All right, next one.
Yep.
So Sting and Darby Allin versus Brian Cage and Ricky.
And we get to the
Stark's
cinematic fucking match. I'm gonna cut him off.
That's a cinematic?
Cinematic.
All right.
And I just want to say real quick, one of the reasons why this shit fell off for me is because of the fact that for weeks after seeing Sting actually do shit, after 2 months of not doing shit, he actually took a power bomb and everybody, oh, Sting could take a bump. Sting could do this thing. So we're thinking we're going to have a live action match. To have on that day, Sting not have a live action match and a pre-recorded match. That's one. 2, Darby Allin is not Jeff Hardy. Can we stop with the fucking he's creative like Jeff Hardy type shit? Because he's not creative like Jeff Hardy.
That's gonna go on the skateboard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like to have the beginning of that match being Cage and Sparks going into, I think it was like a Ferrari or whatever the fucking the fancy car it was that they were in, and they drove into the night to go into the Darby Allin and Sting entrance, where apparently Sting decided to drive a fucking tow truck, and Darby Allin had a whole bunch of his little minions or whatever they're fucking
like
called.
Skater people.
Yeah, like they come and they're all dressed with Sting paint or Darby Allin paint.
A little mix of both.
Yeah, and he's doing his little skateboard shit. That was corny to me. That was whack. I didn't care for that. It was nothing special about that.
Again, trying to recreate WWE
everything WWE does.
The Undertaker and
so they do the match, and I'll say this: like, one, out of it being a realism of the match, one, Brian Cage fighting Darby Allin without Sting's help. Darby Allin should be dead.
Okay.
If you look at both of them, there is no way that guy who carried a nigga in a suplex position up some flight of stairs is in any type of way getting beat up by a fucking little punk kid on a skateboard. Okay? It makes no fucking sense.
Shit.
It makes no sense. Sting fighting faggot Starks. Cool, believable. Da-da-da. Obviously, Sting can't do shit. They had cool little spots. One of the things I hated was when they were fighting in the ring and earlier in the match, they had the quote-unquote minion people that followed Darby Allin doing dun, 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 on the ring, which was stupid because they fucking apparently disappeared once they got outside the ring. So all of those creepy, scary-looking guys with face paint couldn't handle when they fought outside the ring.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, they all just got scared. So they're doing the shit. Everything that they did to Darby Allin is Darby Allin being jackass.
Okay.
Darby Allin, if I show anybody who's not a wrestling fan that match, they're going to look like, oh, this kid is just a YouTuber who likes to get thrown through fake glass and do certain shit.
Fuck this
shit. Yeah, exactly. Like he's just doing this to be cool. The nigga has no wrestling talent, but he should be your TNA champion. Honestly, it's fucking stupid. Scorpio Sky should win tomorrow just to take that belt off him and let him do his stupid hardcore spots. Honestly.
Okay. Shit.
Like he jumped off of what they were, oh, it's a 3-foot fucking thing, 2-foot thing that he did, his little coffin drop, which I have wrestling fans that like AEW would say Darby Allin fucking trash, and that coffin drop is the stupidest finisher they ever seen. Because who the hell believes a person just dropping backwards into somebody? I just threw myself backwards into you and I beat you. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's a dumb finisher.
Sting, your little part, and this is one of the coolest parts of the match. And I have a little bit more to say about this match after I say this. So Darby Allin throws his bat, the Sting bat.
Yeah.
Sting catches it. Tony Schiavone, shut the fuck up. Please just stop fucking announcing. You already look like a fucking 50-year-old. I have a pack of cigarettes and liquor sitting on my lap.
Shots fired.
You look like a fucking bum.
Bum. He
honestly
said bum. You gonna take that?
And
you gonna take that?
Like you literally, Sting with the bat. And you know what happens when Sting has his bat? He beat multiple people with that bat. The fucking bat breaks the most unbelievable fucking way a wooden bat will ever break in life. And now he got the fucking shovel and he's gonna hit him with the shovel. And it's like you could have sold it better. Like use it in a burying term. Like he's gonna bury them with the shovel. No, you just hit them with the fucking shovel. You broke the bat over Brian Cage's back. It looks stupid.
CAW, hire him as a writer. What are you doing? He can
It's
make your shit so better.
It's because of the fact that they don't want somebody to tell them the truth.
No, I think that's the fact of how they are, because I feel like they put all their money into it, and then it was just like, it's our company, we do what we want, and then it's
Like
just like
it's
everyone
the
else.
Super fans love it.
It's not even just Superman, it's yes men.
Yeah.
So when you don't get real people that's like, yo, that fucking sucked, then it's just kind of like you're gonna think your shit don't stink.
There is
that's
nobody.
the problem. That's what everyone in history,
yeah,
like Lucasfilms and all this, like everyone
everybody has
when you don't got the balls to tell the head guy in charge, that
was kind of stupid.
That was stupid.
Listen, I shouldn't, and one, I'm not. I don't even have 1,000 followers. We don't have 1,000 followers on Twitter
yet.
Yes. And I'm turning around and saying like this, and I like the cinematic match. Honestly, I didn't hate it. I know it sounded like I hate it. I liked it, but you know how much I like it even more when I muted it, and I didn't have to hear Taz, JR, stupid Scalibur,
but JR is good,
and fucking dumbass Tony Schiavone.
He hates Tony.
Trying to fucking and it's just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, let us just watch it, because when you do think about the Undertaker one,
Undertaker and AJ, what was great is because they sold it with them.
Yeah, it was just them selling it. Regardless of one thing that I would have took back from that, but still, it was a great match. And you can't do a cinematic match, because even with the Fiend one, nobody was talking like, "Oh my god!" Like,
because you don't need
let them fucking go. Let them go. It's cinematic. Yes, you don't have people talking about. It's not a sitcom. You don't have people talking in the background. Shut the fuck up and let them fucking wrestle. Let them sell. Let them do what they got to do as wrestlers. This is why they should be considered the greatest, is because they could go and they could sell it with their dialogue, and they could sell it with their moves. And I understand cinematic, you're cutting shots and blah, 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 blah. But still, the fact of the matter is, when you have in the background, like he's saying, because I didn't see this, was, oh my God, it got the bad. You know he's going to do it. It kills it. It kills it. Like, I'm a movie watcher. And this is where I talk about, this is where I'm the casual fan. And this is where I think that it's good to be part of it. The wrestling shit is because it's kind of like when I watch it, just like when I watch a movie, I want to be involved in it. Now, if I'm involved in a movie and there's a scene that I'm fucking like, oh my God, this is awesome, and then somebody fucking just comes out of nowhere and be like, oh my God, look at that. That is gonna happen. It takes me out of it. Now I'm fucking gone. It's not real.
That's all it did.
It's fucking done.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see this, and he's already agreeing with me. So that goes to tell you,
fucking did. It was like, honestly, the beginning of the match and everything, like all the little things that I can nitpicky on, it was annoying. But the most annoying shit was seeing, not seeing, but hearing Taz and 4 different announcers.
You don't need
consistently talk. It was, they didn't let nothing breathe. It was just talk. And
I'll even bring it back to WWE, right? Where, again, with people got to understand, when you're watching something, sound has something to do with it, unless you're fucking deaf. And I'm not shitting on deaf people. I'm just saying the truth. When I'm watching something, my problem, I'll say, even like the last time that Undertaker was supposed to be retiring, you didn't need those fucking cheers, those stupid fake background cheers.
Nah, but when he did his
and let him talk.
Announcement, yes.
And then you could do the cheers after, like you could do the dong, and then.
Which I agree 100%, because he should have been able to talk that way.
But in this situation, shut the fuck up. It's cinematic. Do you want to go to a movie theater and watch a movie when someone's like, oh my God, this is happening, or this is happening? Shut the fuck up.
It was annoying.
Shut the fuck up. We know what's happening. Shut up.
I like Taz as an announcer. Obviously, I grew up on JR.
That's not the point. It's shut the fuck up. I'm trying to enjoy this.
Tony Schiavone, I wasn't watching WCW, so if some people want to be smart, I'll give you the little cookie. Here, I wasn't a WCW mark. I was. The whole shit is like, when you watch that match
Mhm.
on a cinematic level, if you would have
Cinematic.
just heard them being like, "Oh fuck," and going through the motions of the match, it would have made it more believable.
Yeah, but you didn't need that even. It's cinematic. You're supposed to like it's suspension of disbelief. You're supposed to be, I'm guessing it's outside.
No, they were in a warehouse. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Like
but
they were
regardless,
fighting in a warehouse.
they were fighting in a
technically,
warehouse that nobody else was at besides them.
and that's why you want to hear dumb react.
No, you don't want to. I
Like
and
if I hit you
personally,
with a bat, you're not gonna just not react to the pain of the bat.
I'm saying in a sense that because I'm thinking again, my thing is think about the Undertaker one. There's not supposed to be a quote unquote camera crew there. It's not supposed to be the lights and everything, even though you see it.
But
the fact of the matter is,
when AJ is getting beat up, he's
oh no, them, the wrestlers.
Yeah,
oh, okay. I thought you meant the announcers. Like, no, the announcers.
I don't want
the announcers didn't need to be in it. Like, you're totally right because that. Okay, I get what you're saying now because I was thinking that you were talking about the announcers.
No,
like,
fuck the announcers. The announcers.
Then, yeah, they didn't need to be in it
part of it
because again, this is taken away. Even just by telling me that you're in a warehouse, that means no one's supposed to be there, quote unquote. Obviously, it's fucking fake. But the fact of the matter is, like, there's camera crews and all that shit. Shut the fuck up. This is happening. It caught on camera. It's suspension of disbelief. That's the thing. We want it as entertainment. When you watch a fucking what are those things? Those soap operas?
Any type of TV show you watch.
You don't want someone saying like, "Oh my god, this is a fucking crazy is happening." Like, nobody wants that. We know it's fake. It's on TV. We know it's fake. They're not really they're probably in a real warehouse, but they're not really fucking trying to kill each other.
Believable. Like, and he's saying the F word, and he's gonna.
I didn't say that.
You gotta hate him. You said fake multiple times.
Oh no, I didn't mean fake as in data. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
the F word.
I was ready to hit you mad times.
I don't
but
see that. I don't say fake as in. I'm saying fake as in storyline, not in they don't take real bumps or they don't do anything real physical. I'm saying storyline wise. If you don't get that by now, I feel like you're retarded.
But no, and I get
it's
that.
The F word,
like the match. Like, listen, the Darby Allin spot where he jumped 3 floors down and did his death drop. And that's the wrap up of the match. And Sting ends up beating Sparks with his little single death drop. That was cool. And all of that. Those were cool spots. Great match. Great cinematic match if you watch it on mute.
Okay.
Put it like that.
Okay.
Is it as good as AJ and Taker? Hell no. Because you know why? Because you don't have to watch it on mute.
And Taker really hurt his arm. That was cool. And he kept it in.
And that's a true fact. Is it better than Bray Wyatt versus Cena? No, because that was psychologically smarter than
this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go on to the next one. We talked about the Young Bucks versus Inner Circle. So we go to AEW's Women's Championship.
No, fuck that match.
Okay, fuck that match too. Kenny Omega versus John Moxley.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the shits. Okay. Let's go.
Okay. So
one. You fucking Mark bitches.
Oh, he hates Kenny.
I don't even.
What do you call the fingers?
You spirit finger bitch. Listen, I don't even hate Kenny that much. I honestly remember watching Kenny Omega, Jericho, Tokyo Dome, waking up, watching it, and all of that shit. And great match. Kenny has decent matches. Kenny has consistently the same matches, but decent matches. Get what I'm saying? Consistent matches, but decent matches. Which is, he does the same shit as much as possible. He got to get his spots in. So, let's start off with what a death match is. A death match is usually barbed wire as ropes. It is explosions and a guy in the ring with a technically exposing shoe. This is MFW shit.
Is it that shit behind us?
It's far from that.
Okay.
One of the things that happened was once the match started, and I tweeted it, and you could go sight beyond sight without the T.
Yeah, it's
On
Sight
Twitter.
Beyond Sight, but the last T we couldn't put in.
Yeah.
And that's Twitter. Everything else is Sight Beyond Sight.
So once I seen on the match, it was basically they were walking into the ring and it was, oh, the entrance ramp has no ropes to get into the ring. Then they show it around. And I just want to throw this out there for certain fans who listen to Bust It Open. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to agree with Bubba or Bully, whichever version of fucking the Devon you want to deal with. Well, not Devon, but
No,
Dudley.
Devon's
Yeah,
the one.
Devon's the black guy, but the Dudley you want to deal with. Yes, it looked very indie-rific, aka CZW, which you know who shows us a lot of those shits when we show him watching it.
Rob.
Yeah. Like
I'ma
it
call
looked
him.
like they went home
I just want to see if he's
came
gonna
home.
text me if you ever.
Yeah. and took barbed wire and said, let's wrap this around his ropes. Not wrap it around this side because that's where they got to enter in, but let's wrap it around the other three sides.
This is why I wish I had an editor, so it'll cut between all the shit. They had that guy that goes, "Fuck this shit."
And then they took a couple of tables and stapled or whatever they used to hold barbed wire on that. And this is where the part where I get upset. They're showing that, and then they go right to the outside of the ring where there was tables outside of the ring with barbed wire. MFW fans, anybody who watched Okita versus Terry Funk, any death matches, any explosion death matches, any of those shits. How many times did those niggas go outside the ring? None. But you've seen the setup for it.
Okay.
So they go and they had the match and they start the match off and they doing the sucker shit. So they're trying to sell the, oh, let me not get hit with this. Let me not fall into the barbed wire. All right, cool. Boom, Moxie goes into it. The most undramatic shit I've ever seen. He falls into it.
Horrible.
I thought it was all right with the Kenny part where the first time Kenny went in, and I think it's partially the fact that I hate that faggot. That he got kicked into
You
the
said
fucking
the F
ropes.
word.
Sorry, but I'm just at that level where I don't give a fuck right now. He got kicked into the ropes and he gets the blown up. Then he gets blown up again. Cool. One of the best spots of the match, well, besides, because I know I'm jumping it and certain people want to cut me off after I said the F word.
Yep.
Or like I didn't get into it. Oh,
Gonna
Moxie
shoot at
cut
me.
himself.
Fuck it.
If you really watch it, Moxie cut himself. Kenny didn't cut him open. So they were trying to pull the Austin Bret Hart match, which I'm going to do a podcast about with him. And I'm going to make him watch it before we talk about it.
Okay.
So we could really, and we're going to have two different opinions. I already know, as me, as a stupid wrestling fan.
Okay.
That
We'll
actually
see.
knows what wrestling is, and him
being a casual fan that just like blood.
So basically, yeah, that's what basically happens. Like that spot happens, and then
if I do that, that would be the most like, yeah, there's blood everywhere. That's why I like it. I like gimmicks. I don't give a shit about
one of the
that.
fact is one of the best fucking wrestling matches ever. Basically, another spot because just go to stupid spots because it's a spot fest.
Spot fest.
He does his pentagram, whatever the fuck it's called, because he had to do his double arm DDT because he thinks he's Jake the Snake. Outside the ring, onto two tables to Kenny, Moxley. Moxley, you would have been great if you would have actually ran from being a skinny fat ass like CM Punk is, what Triple H called him, and actually got into shape and looked the way you fucking looked in AEW, in WWE. They would have probably pushed you over more. But your dumb ass wanted to be too lazy and then blame it on shit. But you had a smart mark sucking you off, so it is what it is.
Okay, so that was a shoot against even John Moxley.
And I like Moxie, but the thing is that he fucking bitches and complains about shit. But the guy fucking didn't look anywhere the way he looks now in
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you think about it, it was like, yo, they super pushed Roman.
No, and not at that time. At that time, we still were dealing with two different shows. He
Are you talking about NXT?
no, we're talking about SmackDown and Raw.
Okay, when
At
it came
that
out as the
time,
thing, yeah.
he went through AJ. He went through multiple fucking top guys.
It was just that his look.
His look was what made him look. And then when they try to do the Raw story with him, where Raw was still the main show because SmackDown didn't go to Fox,
Okay.
he was on Raw and they wanted to tell the story. And I know there's certain things that people are, oh, the gas mask shit and da da da. And it was like you came out looking like a fake Bane,
Okay.
but at the
Oh
same
yeah, I remember
time,
that. Yeah.
yeah. But at the same time, you didn't believe it. You decided not to believe it.
Okay.
Why couldn't you work against Seth the way that you worked against Seth great when it came down to the IC title? You worked against, like, you had good stories in general in WWE.
Yeah.
What apparently is your issue, it was they didn't want to go hardcore. And I'm so holding back on getting to your stupid climax.
Well, do it because that was the last match that we had.
Yeah. All right. So great match. Honestly, Kenny and Moxie, great fucking hard. Blood, believable. Then they decided to go to the shits,
The poopies.
which is why do you need Ken Anderson? Why do you need Luke Gallows coming to interfere to help you win Kenny Omega? Which is some people are gonna be like, this was great, because of the whole they opening the door and da da da. You, I swear to God, I'm so happy I'm not a fucking dick sucker. The thing is like, I get that, and they beat him, and then they beat him up, and they handcuff him. Which one? You want to know what was but a better spot? Instead of handcuffing him and leaving him in the middle of the ring, and just being like, oh, we knocked him out unconscious. Imagine if you would have handcuffed him, left him unconscious, but handcuffed him to the bottom rope or the middle rope where the explosions, quote unquote, would have happened. That's a real explosion. That would have been a real death.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to leave him in the middle of the ring, handcuffed, unconscious.
Right there. I'm trying to point to the right. There you go.
And it would have been, he's going to die there. Imagine if you would have died with him being handcuffed to fucking ropes.
I almost got it. There you go. I'm pointing right down on.
You know?
Look at that.
That would have been cool.
Pointing right to it.
So the announcers, they were sucking, and they were, it's 10 minutes to the main explosion. It's da-da-da, because they didn't know the real time because they didn't read the real time. Basically, they get to, let's say, the last minute, because it was kind of technically the last minute. Omega runs out the ring. Moxie's quote unquote unconscious in the middle of the ring, which is the safest place to be at, as you could tell. And we get them to walk out the ring, the Gallows, aka the fake Bullet Club. And who comes out? Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston.
Aka my cousin Rob.
2 shots at you, Rob. You better like this video, bitch.
And he comes out and he fights off, Omega and shit. And it's funny because
I kind of want to see it because I know that, because I feel like he comes in my apartment like that. Like he just wants to wrestle and shit.
That's why I say that, because like Eddie Kingston's not a wrestler. Eddie Kingston is him. And he goes and he sells the best friend aspect. It's like if you were knocked out in the middle of the ring after I beat you up, and Rob would be like, no, my friend. And I have to like protect you like in the action movies.
I
But they
like
be
I
like-
like how you had to say that after you beat me up, kind of shit. But he's your cousin. I see how it is. Go fuck yourself. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. AEW sucks. You're right, NXT fan. I mean, AEW fans. Fuck this motherfucker.
But like, he covers you for the major explosion. Mind you, one, I'm going to be honest when I say this, where I got kicked off probably 30 seconds into the countdown. Where everybody's, oh my God. And I went to my phone to watch it on the free stream.
Free stream.
And I'm watching it and it gets to the 10, 9, 8, 7, boom, boom, boom. 1.
No, wait.
This is what we get. You look at my
streamers.
Yes. Look at the Twitter timeline on that day. And you will literally find my tweet where I said, I'm here for the 30 minutes ending and watching the ring blow up. And that's what I got.
Don't worry. Look at our because when we post this, we're gonna have a screenshot of what it should be and what it was.
Yes.
So
this is what I got. So we got this, and I'm gonna be honest, I watched more and hoping like maybe something else, maybe it'll be an extra explosion. Something. Doctors come out, they're overdoing it. Moxley, hey, you know what? Fuck your extra promo on the side. Because at the same time, you were selling. I'm not Bubba. I'm not fucking Don LaGreca. I'm not none of these niggas that gonna sit here and suck you off. I'm gonna say it straight up. You were selling it into those last couple of minutes, and you turn around and be like, oh, I guess Kenny Omega can't build an exploding ring. Da-da-da. And everybody's supposed to take that and make that into a storyline. Fuck you.
He said it. He said the other F word.
Yes. Fuck you.
There's a lot of F words today.
Because I think that's bullshit. Honestly, because if it was WWE, nobody would do that. WWE, they will shit on them.
Well,
they will rip them a fucking part.
That's the AEW fans that we were just talking about, where you just like you shit on WWE for doing the same shit that you're doing, but worse.
Like, I'm not giving safe havens to nobody. There is no safe haven in my promos.
Nope.
There is no safe haven coming tomorrow.
Ooh.
No safe haven. Tomorrow's gonna be amazing.
Amazing, motherfucker.
Finn versus Cole is gonna be better than everything that AEW does tomorrow.
Yay.
Just to let you know.
Let you know, sucker.
But as I get into the shit, as I'm saying, I'm not safe haven. That was the shittiest climax to an ending of a match where everybody on Twitter that I talk to, my 300 and something followers, because I'm a quote unquote loser, and so I have a certain amount of fucking followers.
I know, I'm waiting for you to get up there.
Y'all niggas, I just want to let y'all niggas know we're all losers, but we all semi-agree where it came down to
Losers Club for life.
That
sucker.
fucking ending was bullshit. If I pay $50
for this
and I sat there and watched
for this shit,
I'm gonna call him Kingston lay on top of fucking Moxley, and I'm not gonna say the shit that they said because I already said one gay joke.
Okay.
That the fans were saying, and I heard fans booing when I watched it. I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
Why? Because I paid $50 to watch an exploding ring. You know who never fucked up a ring exploding? WWE.
Not yet, at least. But yeah.
Never.
It makes a point.
Never fucked up a fucking Big Show gets suplex. Mark Henry gets suplex. Braun Strowman gets suplex. That ring broke. But y'all niggas can't break a ring. Your owner is richer than Vince McMahon. And you couldn't do it.
Can't do it.
Couldn't do it.
Bunch of bitches.
Great match. honestly, horrible ending. Bubba Ray said it the best. Vincent Kennedy McMahon's quote: "Nobody cares about the start; they only care about the finish." And you know what that comes from? Everything in life, sex, talk, anything. We only care about the end of everything. Movies.
I was sitting here and I was just trying to think, like, okay, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah,
We only
you're right.
care about the fucking finish.
That's true.
So your finish of your quote unquote pay-per-view
Yeah,
that was supposed to be better than WrestleMania 37 that hasn't even happened yet.
yeah.
Guess what? You fucking failed.
Yep, that's a fact. Same thing.
You failed. You had sparklers.
Yeah,
You had nothing. Omega
and how they're in with each other. I'm pointing at it right now on the ring, and the fucking sparklers that they have that I could buy in PA right now if I wanted to. It's fucking nothing. And you're telling me, like
they
you said,
had nothing. It was
you got this-
sparklers and 2 cherry bombs.
pop, pop.
You fucking failed.
Yeah.
If that was WrestleMania, the
Oh.
backlash that would have happened right now.
Oh yeah, that would have been bad.
But that was y'all WrestleMania. Apparently now your WrestleMania is Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing better be the shit. And it's
Better.
coming after fucking WrestleMania.
That's right. You better tag everybody on here on Twitter too.
I honestly, if I could give you the God hand slap, I would. Because honestly, like I'll be like fucking Sam Roberts says he's a WWE show. Yeah, I sit here and I'll say it like I know what I love. I know my company. And I'll go back and I watch WCW shit. I watch Mid-South. I watch a lot of shit. I love wrestling. I'm a wrestling historian. But to have you fucking losers that sit in your mom's basement while I get my top off, yes. If you don't understand what that means, you obviously never got it.
I just like the shoots. I love it. I love it. We gotta dress up like wrestlers.
Like dead ass. Like it was just dead ass though. Don't come and talk to me on Twitter. Because when I see your shit on Twitter and you try to come back at me and you say your stupid little naive, stupid bullshit, I know you never seen a female. Never. And the females that you seen, I could see 3 times.
Oh, 3 times in one day.
I'm Rick Rude to you little niggas. Honestly.
Do some research.
And if you don't know Rick Rude, like my boy said, do some research. Rick Rude, sweat hogs, yeah, that's your girls. I'll get everything licked. And I'm just speaking crazy right now.
We should do a shoot as Val Venus and Rick Rude. That should be fucking.
It's just my anger because I love the pay-per-view. I think the pay-per-view was good.
Yeah.
If I had to give the pay-per-view a rating, I'll give it like an 8.
You give everything an 8. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because that's my average.
An 8 is your average, nigga? Damn. You got 2 points to a 10. That's a perfect.
Because if you're semi-good and I can semi-enjoy it, it's like 8. If I had to go lower,
6 is the average pause, but 6 is like 6.
I live on my own life.
The 6 is giving everybody an 8, so everyone's thinking like, "Yo, this shit was the shit," and it's like,
nah, honestly,
nigga,
no.
suck.
The pay-per-view was an 8. The women's match was good. Britt Baker and her semi-cute self / being Adam Cole's wifey pre-match was good. If you want a good laugh, the Casino Royale is fucking hilarious. Right? When you get to the end, it's good. That the Final Four is great. But basically the rest of the match is fucking hilarious. Like I sent you that botch where fucking Uno runs across the fucking apron and does the sell for Marco Stunt in the Hurricane Rana.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure people seen it by now. Like the dude was literally in the middle of the fucking ring. And I usually see Uno run across, and apparently he hit the fucking pole. Like there's certain things that were stupid. Whatever her name is, Shirai versus Rio,
Okay.
was actually a good match. I just don't want to break it down, to be honest. I'm not wasting my time with that. But it was a decent match.
That's a fact.
And then everything else was good. The pay-per-view wasn't bad.
But there was a lot of mess-ups. Mess-ups.
You're AEW and you do stupid shit. And I had to sit here and look at Twitter and be like, oh my God, like if this was a porno, this is a facial. Because that's how you people react. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, but that was that. Like when Moxley at the end of, and I'm gonna end this like this. At the end of the death match, Moxley comes out and he's, oh, I guess Kenny Omega can't build a ring for shit or a death match ring for shit because of the da-da-da-da-da. And it's just like, stop trying to save it, my guy. We all knew from when the match was announced to when this happened, you're going home to be with Renee Young, which I will tell you straight up, congratulations. You have a beautiful Canadian wife. Beautiful.
But what would you rather him do? Like, at least he was trying to point out the obvious instead of trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have hide it, I think it would have been worse.
And it's true. Because WWE would have, don't address it.
Yeah, don't address it.
100% true. 100% true.
Okay.
But you know what? Tomorrow, you have 10 minutes.
10.
If you don't address that shit and you try to drag it throughout NXT, and I watch, yes, on my laptop /TV. One is on the TV, NXT, yes, because it's better. AEW's on the laptop. If you don't address that shit fast enough, if you don't get to that to the shits,
yeah,
and you don't tell that story, don't expect me to give a fuck.
Don't.
Because honestly, those fans that you have that are sitting here enjoying sparklers and saying, hey, Spirit Fingers, no matter what you do, I believe in you. Your V-trigger is fucking believable. Even though the night before, there's a UFC fight where a guy takes a knee to the fucking face and he's literally concussed, but your V-trigger is fucking believable. Yeah. That's how I talk. I watch real fighting and fake fighting. And I believe in fucking stories and telling it and selling it right.
Yes. And as a casual wrestling fan, suck me in with the stories. No homo. Suck me in with the fucking stories. That
sounded very gay.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, and I think that reference to me comes from Rocco's Modern Life when his eyes got stuck to the TV. But it's just kind of like, no, the thing is, when you put on, and again, I'm speaking from a casual fan perspective. When I see you on TV, if you're doing something that I either seen done already or done better already, or especially actually done better already. Like, to be honest, the other match I watched was the fucking ladders match.
Yeah, it was
with the fucking Sonic ring, and I was just like,
the big ass Sonic ring, aka the brass ring, because God forbid AEW does anything that doesn't take a shot at fucking Vince McMahon.
I thought that was silly in two aspects. I was like, you're doing the same thing they do, and then calling it something else, and I was just like, it's stupid. Like, that big ass Sonic ring looks dumb, man.
That
like,
Sonic ring was the brass ring jab.
I know, I understand that, but my point is kind of like, all right, if you're gonna do something different, the reason why ECW was different, that shit was fucking hard.
ECW was better. Why? Because they didn't OD suck off the other company that they know they were going.
Not even just that, but they did their shit. Like, their shit is all hardcore. Like, you could watch it and be like, despise by it, or you could love it, or you could be like, I've fucking seen this already. We got the fucking ladders and the chairs and the fucking barbed wire and this nigga doing coke and screwdrivers before the match and trying to kill people. It's just like, yo,
New Jack.
fucking, at least they try to do something different. If you're gonna do something different and then shit on the show that you're trying to rival, stop doing everything the rival show was
They
doing.
do it in a
And
stupid
they do it
petty
better.
way. But the thing is that they do it in a stupid petty way.
But yes, because again, the brass ring shit. But
Because the brass ring was great, but the extra thing that goes to the brass ring, and it's the obvious, like we know Cody's a VP, is that they gave it to Scorpio Sky. I love Scorpio Sky. I think Scorpio Sky is great. But Scorpio Sky is what? Oh, you know what Scorpio Sky looks like. You know what he is. And it's they're slapping the face where it's like, we gave that guy, over the top possibilities. And it's like, listen, Scorpio Sky deserved it, but if you would have gave it to Lance Archer, you would have given it to Pentagon, you would have given it to Cody. Cody would have probably been the worst hated one out of the people that I just mentioned. It would have still been fine. But you thought giving the brass ring to the black man, yeah, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, we're about to get canceled just off of that comment.
Yeah. It's a surprise. And all right, it's like Scorpio Sky could have got it regardless.
Yeah. Okay. He tried to say himself there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna call this a fucking episode. He'll probably come back with you tomorrow.
No, I'm gonna be back tomorrow after NXT and after watching Adam Cole and Finn Balor fucking tear the house down. And y'all niggas are watching a tag team match as your main events and being mad that, why NXT go later than 10 o'clock? Is because why? Because two of the best in the fucking ring right now doing work, and they didn't even have to step outside the ring to fucking sell a match. Stupid bitch.
Yay. So on that note, you're gonna hear from him tomorrow, and we're probably gonna throw this out tomorrow too, before probably in the afternoon. But anyway, find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, not Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Anchor. Like, follow, subscribe. Comic books coming your way soon. I'm gonna be doing a couple of reviews, whether it's by myself or not. He's gonna keep doing his wrestling
shocking
shit.
The system over here. Know what I mean? NXT Wednesdays, Tuesdays, whenever night it drops, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
On SmackDown, I'm gonna get into SmackDown and Raw, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all right now, since I'm so behind, not technically on watching the product, even though last night I kind of missed a little bit of the shit because I was sleeping. I'm gonna wait into Monday night. As WWE fans understand, Monday night is the revamp of the season.
Yeah.
And from there, I'm giving you Mondays, Fridays, Wednesdays, or Tuesdays, depending on NXT.
Yeah. And we're gonna have a schedule going. Like I said, like Tuesdays we already got the fucking horror shit. We might move it to Sundays, who knows? And like I said, the comic book things I'm gonna try to do that every Thursday, and we're gonna get this shit popping. So almost every
shock the system, baby.
Exactly. Almost every day of the week, we need to try to have another video out eventually. Don't quote me on that yet. Eventually.
If I could play the fucking Undisputed song right now, I would.
Well, we could if we had a fucking thing hooked up. But peace. We'll see you later. Like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you.
That's the only thing that's stopping me.